Good morning. It is Monday, January 5th, and I want to talk about an I-212 waiver that we just got approved for our client who had the permanent bar. Now, there are essentially two circumstances where you can get the permanent bar. One is if you try to re-enter the United States without inspection after having been removed, or if you stay in the United States for a period of 1 year or longer and accrue unlawful presence, you leave and then you re-enter without inspection. And our client in this circumstance falls into the first category. In other words, she had multiple entries to the United States. She's been removed multiple times at the border, expedited removals, and then she re-entered again without inspection. Finally, she decided to leave the United States back in 2008, and she's been out of the country ever since. Now she has a U.S. citizen son who is 21 years of age or older, who petitioned for her. We got the I-130 approved. Then she went to her consular interview and the visa was not granted. Why? Because she was told she needed an I-212 waiver, which we anticipated, but we needed to go through the process of the consular interview. So she goes to the consular interview. They told her she needed an I-212 waiver, and we submitted that waiver back in February of 2025. It's less than a year later. It was granted just now in December of 2025, so it took about 10 months for adjudication, and now she's able to reschedule her consular interview and enter the United States as a green card holder and stay here in the United States with her son. So this is somebody who was subject to the permanent bar, but we got a waiver for that bar. Remember, the only way to request the waiver, though, is after 10 years of being outside the United States. Because not a lot of people choose this option, it's not super common to take this route. But in our case, that's what our client did. We obviously were not her attorneys back in 2008, but she contacted us now in 2021 to begin the process or so. I can't remember, 2022. We did the I-130, consular interview, etc. This is a client in Mexico. So, all things considered, the I-212 waiver was granted pretty quickly, 10 months, and we are excited now that she can move forward with her process. The 10-year or permanent bar is behind her, and she will be able to reside in the U.S. indefinitely.